two-sided tape?
She said she
I
didn't.
used to have
Yeah.
duct tape, but I don't
Okay.
have that anymore.
All right. That I was like,
Yeah.
Pretzel had duct tape.
Mallory would have been my next choice.
I took it out because
I'm gonna send her to
wasn't
Ellen
fitting.
in the maintenance closet.
Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to Phelan Field in beautiful downtown Paw Paw as the Paw Paw Red Wolves get set to take on the Edwardsburg Eddies in MHSAA district action. Alongside Jason Cox, this is Brent McNitt in our new home for the rest of the year, Jason, the NFHS Network. We're going to have a couple things we can't do, but for the most part, we're just happy to be on the air.
Absolutely, Brent. Happy to be here. Hopefully, the atmosphere will be able to show through. This is our new with our new broadcast, but it's time for playoff football.
Yep, and so the new rules, we just want to kind of go over it. We do have, if you go to the Red Wolves Network Facebook page, there is a game thread up. So, I know we've got some people who love to comment on the games and love to do that kind of stuff. So we've got that out there. Please keep that friendly and safe. But that's out there. We should be able to check it, but Facebook kind of hides comments and moves things around, so it won't be nearly as efficient as our normal chat.
And I think the other thing to remember, Brent, I believe you said there's about a 6-minute delay, so
yes,
you're going to be seeing things 6 minutes after we talk about it, so we'll do our best to watch those comments.
Yeah, and the other thing is you're going to get reports of scores from your friends and family that are ahead of what you're going to see on the screen. Just because there is that delay and we don't have any control over that. Our normal delay is about 30 seconds, which typically doesn't do too much to spoil anything. But 5 to 6 minutes can make a big difference. Just so you know, right now it is 7:50 or 6:55. So that's the clock time or the Eastern Standard Time right now. So that'll kind of give you an idea if you look at your clock right now. 7:55 where I am in time, where you are is a little bit behind me. So the lottery numbers for tonight, if you have time to go out and get a ticket now. So we'll just keep going. They're getting ready to do the national anthem here. Paw Paw's marching band is on the field to play that national anthem. Obviously, in the booth, we can't hear that, and we don't really know what's going on out there. So that's where we're at. We're going to go mute for a minute so Jason and I can stand up and respect the flag. Okay, and that gets the band, and they're heading off the field right now. We're going to see if we can get this Okay, so we've got the backlights off now, so the glare's gone from the screen. The microphone is not muted. You know, I just dawned on me, Jason, now that we are on an actual broadcast television network, the copyright restrictions would not apply to us.
I just thought about that. Yes.
So, you know, so we could probably have played the band there, but here's the deal: we don't want to risk it. We don't know the extent of their copyright stuff. I know YouTube's very well, so we're going to play our rules tonight like we're on YouTube. But we would also like to welcome all the other subscribers for the NFHS network out there in TV land across the state of Michigan who have picked up this game as a game they want to watch tonight. Welcome. We are the Red Wolves Network, and we are broadcasting live on the network tonight. Short kick. That one's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Edwardsburg's going to pick up 5 yards on that return with the penalty and start at the 35, and we're off and running here.
So, Brent, I don't know if you mentioned it, but as you see there, the Red Wolves kicked off. The Red Wolves did win the toss, and they deferred to the second half, which Edwardsburg chose to receive. Yep.
So we're in good shape there. That's the position we have liked to be in all year long, is to getting the ball. We got a new look defense from the Red Wolves tonight. If you look out on your screen, we are playing sans cornerbacks. We've got 2 extra linebackers in the game. Edwardsburg is a running team. We're not expecting them to pass the ball too much. That's a handoff inside, and that's going to be met by the entire pack of Wolves in the front. And that's going to kick us off for our first ever NFHS foul. If you're not one of the Red Wolves faithful out there on the screen, you're going to get sick of that by the end of the night.
There was nothing there for that.
Yeah, there's no room there. Fisher Edwards did on that tackle, along with a bunch of his friends. So Eddies are going to bring in the play. Eddies, like the Wolves, run the wing T. So traditionally, Jason, this has been the power matchup in the Wolverine Conference. This year, Niles had a good season. That's a handoff to number 7. He's going to get the same result. The Red Wolves are going to stack that up. You know, this year Niles has been kind of a newcomer to the party, and, you know, they looked every bit of the birthday boy. But they are, this has traditionally been your Wolverine Conference matchup for the last few years.
Well, I would definitely say that in an outsider looking in, Niles certainly filled the gap left by the Edwardsburg team this year.
So that brings up 3rd and long, 10:44 to go here in the first. Eddies may put the ball in the air. Down there they did try to throw the ball early. This will be a pitch. 29 on the carry. He's got a hole, and he's going to get close, and he's going to have an Edwardsburg first down.
So we'll see what happens with them flexing their corners in. That's going to leave that outside open for things like that. Certainly jams up the middle. But as you see, he just sprinted around the outside. Easy pickup of first down.
Absolutely. And their success is going to be on the outside. The Red Wolves' power is in the middle of this line. This is going to be a handoff off that right side again. And he is going to pick up about 5. He went right side of center. It was kind of more up the middle than anywhere. But it was, again, they're trying to lean on their right tackle.
Well, and as we mentioned when we were broadcasting down in Edwardsburg, they do a phenomenal job carrying out their fakes. So it is going to be essential for the Red Wolves to stay home.
Yeah, and we'll just tell you, we'll be right up front. We're going to miss several of these tonight with the way Edwardsburg runs their fakes. So that one stopped the play. We're going to have a legal procedure against Edwardsburg. The commonly misnomered false start penalty. In high school, that there's no such thing as a false start. It's an illegal procedure. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Ball's on the 47, so erase that first down gain. Niles to the line.
Edwardsburg.
Edwardsburg. I'm PTSD there. 7. Oh, and there's a good surge forward, still on his feet. The Red Wolves are able to. I'm not sure that a Red Wolves tackler didn't help a little bit there and push him down the field a bit.
And Brent, that was a little. That was a little reminder of last week's tackling. First to the ball, but
5 to 7 yards after the first contact.
Once we make that contact,
yeah,
we gotta
yards
drive
after
in and
contact is going to be a big stat for us for the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
Neither one of these teams are going to be favorable to us.
It matters big time.
Yeah, neither one of these teams are going to be favorable to us if we can't positively impact them at contact. Oh, there's a good hit there. That's going to be just short. Edwardsburg will go for this. They have a long track record of going for it on fourth down.
And perennial, their biggest plays came on fourth down.
Correct.
The 60, 70, 80
yeah,
yard
honestly,
plays.
this is the most dangerous play in the playbook for Edwardsburg traditionally. And I'll tell you, the other thing, Jason, that first game, we took them to the woodshed a little bit. And a proud program like Edwardsburg, they're not going to forget that. So they're going to be here to play tonight, and we're not going to just walk through this.
Well, I'll tell you, I've coached quite a bit after playing for many
There's
years.
There's a pitch, 29. He's Matt. He's going to back. Oh, that's very
short.
close, and that's going to be short of the first down.
Short of the first down.
If
let's check the spot.
They're moving. The initial spot was short, but they kept moving forward. They're indicating Paw Paw ball, and that's a first down for the Red Wolves.
Turnover on downs.
So the Red Wolves with a big defensive stand.
But what I was saying is, I've been in situations where, you get that redemption game, and I haven't seen the desire. So to realize how dangerous that game can be.
Well, and, it goes both ways. And we've honestly been in the other situation several times here in the last 10 years. So there is a lot of incentive for us to really fire on all cylinders. So you've got Goodell under center, Bryson with Miller, who's got the ball, and P.J. DeYoung on the other side.
Going nowhere.
So that's going to be nothing for Ben. It's going to be back to the original line of scrimmage. So he got maybe a yard.
Brent, another thing that I'm seeing is I'm hoping that see a little more fire on this Red Wolf sideline. When we came into Edwardsburg a couple weeks ago, they were insane.
Yep.
And it seems a little flatter this week. So hopefully that doesn't have
from
any
the tee.
effect.
This is PJ off the left side. PJ is only going to get about one. So, half a yard, maybe one, and that's it. So
Edwardsburg defense stacked our linemen that pulled up on that, and there was nowhere for him to go.
So the only way that we're going to be able to count our viewers tonight is if you have time, go out to that Facebook page and like the game stream. That's the only count we'll have tonight. So 3rd and 8 from the tee. Goodell is going to hand that to Newell. And so all three running backs got about 3/4 of a yard.
Yeah.
And I would imagine that's going to be a punt from Paw Paw. So Buell comes on, Soderberg comes on, Vanderberg's back. This is going to be a punt.
Not quite the same fireworks we saw down in Edwardsburg.
No. Cody Connolly. No, that Edwardsburg game got off with a big momentum play with an interception return.
And then a 60-yard.
Yeah, and it just never
run.
went down from there. This one, teams feeling each other out. Nice punt by Troy. That's going to be caught at the 27-yard line. A dangerous play there by the Edwardsburg return man. He did.
Yeah.
That ball kind of died on him at the end. He had to make a diving catch coming forward, and there was a Red Wolf standing right there ready to pounce, but not to be.
I think you're seeing some of that thick air out there with that humidity. That ball just stopped.
So back at it with the Eddies. They're going to bring their own version of the tee to the line. Handoff. Right in the middle. It's still moving the pile. That's going to be a gain of about 2.
Just heard a score update. St. Joe and Lakeshore are back at a battle after St. Joe put a brutal beating on Lakeshore. Lakeshore's up 3-0 right now.
Lakeshore 3-0. So we'll get a Nile score, I'm sure, soon. It seems like it's about 38-0 at this point. Pagura's the quarterback. He's going to come under center. Handoff up the middle. Looks like Seeger. I'm going to try to call out their players here. Zach Zakay is one of their runners in the back. So Cody Conley and Gavin Turk, or Austin George, I'm sorry, that was Austin George. So 3rd and 5 for the Eddies. Pagura's going to bring them to the line. Paw Paw playing middle. This is going to be a Pagura. Pagura still got the ball, and that's going to be a 2 or 3 yard loss. Nice play by the Wolves. There was no fooling us there. And that's going to bring up 4th down. I think they're going to bring on a punt. This is not the Bart's days.
Not where they're at now. I think that to give us field position like that would be crazy.
So we're going to put the two-headed dragon back to return. Sonnenberg and Newell both back. That would indicate we probably aren't going to come after this punt too hard and try to set up some kind of a return. Don't know what they have for a punter in Edwardsburg. You don't see that many punts over the years. It's a good snap. That's a good kick.
It.
Good kick. Sonnenberg makes a nice catch over there. Oh, Newell makes a nice catch. There's Bryson's going to bring that one back about 4 yards, and where the Red Wolves will set up shop. 3:31 to go here in the first. No score. Paw Paw and Edwardsburg trading 3 and outs. Eddie's got 1 first down on their drive. Paw Paw got 3.5 yards on theirs. And then go back to the Eddies. They go 3 and out. Now it's Paw Paw's turn.
A little stale on the offensive side of the ball this week,
definitely is the atypical Paw Paw Edwardsburg game for certain. So Gunnar Goodell's going to bring him up. Got Newell between Ben Miller and P.J. DeYoung. Gunnar going to pitch the ball. Ben Miller's got some steam coming out this side, and nice tackle there by Zakay. He comes right through the hole. You know, that's the hole Ben was looking to go through himself, and the wrong number 7 got there first.
And Edwardsburg's getting a little fired up there, Brent.
Well, and this is a momentum game, and like I said before, this is a, right now, 3 minutes to go in the first. This is a win so far for the Eddies compared to what happened last time, and you get that momentum. And these are high school kids. That matters.
Well, we saw what the momentum happened down in Edwardsburg.
So Goodell going to hand that. He's going to. Oh, that ball's on the ground. And that looks like Edwardsburg's ball. And it is. So Ostrander jumps on the ball, and that was an atypical play for Paw Paw. That was a pitch back. It looked like it was going maybe to P.J. DeYoung coming across the formation. It was an ugly play from the beginning. It didn't have a chance to get that ball pitched. Ball hits the ground, and Jason, I'm gonna go out on a peninsula I haven't been on in a long time and call you right here. Edwardsburg is more fired up. Yep. They came out jumping and hollering and screaming. Paw Paw has shown no emotion yet to this game at all.
Which is what Paw Paw did when we went to Edwardsburg, and it matters. It being ready to go.
So Edwardsburg, first time past midfield tonight. Pagura is going to take the snap from the tee. He's got a keeper. He's going to throw. He's got a man open. Parsons has got the ball, and he's going to get tackled just shy of a first down. So we're going to call that 9.5 yards on first down.
And there you go. Not having corners.
There's
no one
noticed?
There's no one out there to cover.
Yeah. Well, and to be fair, that's going to be. I don't see them becoming a spread team and throwing that too often. But to your point,
no, but it's an
they've
easy
noticed.
adjustment.
They've noticed. This is a handoff inside, and he's got some room. That's going to be a first down and about a 6.5-yard gain. And we're not even a full quarter into this game, and I'm seeing 4 people with their hands on their hips down there. The body language is just not saying we're fired up here. So Pagura is going to bring them up to the line. Pagura's down low. He's going to hand that ball off. Again, this is at least 5. No whistle. That's, Jace, the other thing is if they're going to go that long before blowing the whistle, this game is going to get out of hand.
Yeah.
This game's going to get chippy, and people are going to start throwing punches. You got 2 teams here who historically don't like each other, and if you let plays go that long before you blow a whistle, we're going to have problems. Pagura under center. That's a pitch. Zakay's got the ball. He spins off one. And it's a good tackle out there. He's able to bring him down. That's Landon Buell, but Zakay took him 4 yards before he was able to bring him down.
They were able to take the whole student body out there to lead that play.
That's going to bring up a 3rd and 1, and this is Edwardsburg. They're playing with short sticks right now. So this most likely will be the last play of the first quarter. From the tee. Edwardsburg, snap, handoff off the left side. That's going to be a first down for the Eddies. It's going to be 1st and goal when we come back and start the second quarter. But for now, from Paw Paw, why did the clock stop? Oh, it stopped on the first down. So they're going to reset the chains, wind the clock, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. So with the score, Paw Paw 0, Edwardsburg 0, Eddie's knocking on the door. We're going to take a second here for the end of the first quarter and meet a couple of the Paw Paw players.
Braylon Kennedy, senior, offensive tackle, and I like my steak well done.
Julian Hernandez, offensive guard, sophomore. I like my steak medium rare.
Kyle Seckler, junior, tackle. I like my steak rare.
Luke Dallian, senior, offensive tackle. I like my steak medium rare.
Gavin Turk, senior, defensive end. I like my steak medium rare.
Hernandez, senior, tight end, safety, long snapper. I like my steak medium rare.
Landon Buell, junior, nose guard, offensive scout, fullback. I like my steak medium well.
Kyle Davis, senior. I'm a running back in DN, and I like my steak medium rare.
Nathan Amir, senior, tight end, and outside linebacker. I like my steak medium rare.
Brandenburg, 2024, tight end, outside linebacker, safety, punter, kicker. And I like my steak medium rare.
So that's going to bring us back here. Edwardsburg is about ready to break their huddle. They bring onto the field, come onto the field. No score, but Edwardsburg knocking on the door. 1st and 7, ball on the 7. Eddie's going to come to the line in the tee. Pagura is going to hand it to Zakay, and that's going to be a gain of about 1.5. So that's going to get the ball down maybe just at the 5 or just inside the 5. Looks like right on the 5-yard line. So that's 2nd and goal. Clock is ticking. Edwardsburg showing no hurry here. They know they're in a good spot right now. Pagura under center. He's going to hand the ball off. Bagura's got the ball. So that's going to get down to about the 2, maybe 3-yard line. That was the wing T version of the RPO right there. So Lemaire on the stop for the Red Wolves. That's going to bring up a 3rd and goal. So absolutely 100% 2-down territory here.
If this was a time where the Red Wolves need to step up their defense, it's right now.
Well, and, the wing T does not lend for many tackles for loss unless you get silly and start running outside. And this is one of those cases where bunch the middle, but you got to shoot those gaps and try to maybe make a play. This is going to be a timeout. Paw Paw.
Timeout Paw Paw.
Oh, sorry, Edwardsburg. That's a timeout. Yeah, I was going to say, I knew it was a timeout Paw Paw, but he called it the wrong way. So I saw Coach Stry call that timeout. Well, Jay, we're not showing signs of anything right now. We're definitely not showing the team we've been all season. So we're going to get back at it here. The Red Wolves. Hopefully Coach Stride just dialed up the right defense for the situation.
Okay, yeah, if you can find out who it is, we can talk to them and I can send them that.
So we are, Jason had to step away. He's down on the field trying to get a halftime interview scheduled, but he'll be back in just a second. Okay, welcome back, Jason. So now here we go, 10:35 to go, 3rd down and 3, big play in this game. Bagura under center. That trouble getting that snap. He's going to flip it out to Zakay. Zakay again misses first contact, but the Red Wolves are there. Red Wolves are going to stop him just short of the goal line, and here we go. 2nd, 4th down of the game for the Eddies.
It was that was quite a funny exchange between the center and
yeah, that was
Segura.
definitely not
It looked
clean.
like he almost moved early because he was fumbling for that ball.
Yeah, that was definitely not clean.
All right, Brent, here it is. This could be a pivotal play, right?
Again, this is the 2nd, 4th down of the game. The Wolves were able to stand strong on the first one. You got to imagine you're going to see Edwardsburg's best play right here. The one that they're confident with, the one that they go with the most. And this is going to be a quarterback throw. It's got a guy, and it's caught for the touchdown. So the Edwardsburg is able to slip a receiver out, and the Red Wolves, Landon Buell, was just a step too slow into that coverage. And
Brent, guess what?
You're going to tell me a cornerback would have been a little step quicker.
It would have been nice to have a corner out there covering.
So that's going to bring in the extra point attempt. So Bosworth snaps there, kick is up, and kick is good. So that's going to be 7-0 for, and that I got to tell you what, for a little tiny kicker, that kid had a heck of a leg.
I was going to say
that ball exploded off his foot.
We haven't seen him kick. That was good from about 45.
Yeah, that ball exploded off his foot. So that's going to put the Eddies on the board first. 9:43 to go here in the second quarter. Edwardsburg 7, Paw Paw 0. And now the Wolves have got some work to do because momentum, we've talked about it time after time after time in high school ball. Momentum is sometimes the most important thing that happens in a football game. Eddies have it now, and this is an opportunity for the Red Wolves to get it back.
Well, and this is definitely pivotal for them to answer.
Well, and I feel like we just need something to get our sideline into the game. So right now it's just completely flat down there.
The players are flat. The crowd is flat. Paw Paw, the whole town is flat.
There's the kick. And there's a big play up the middle, and that's maybe you get a little bit of Eli Sonnenberg with a little bit of a, and you know, you look at that return by Eli, and that pass was caught where Eli normally stands. So, you know, maybe there's a little bit of wanting to fire to get on the field out of Eli Sonnenberg, and maybe we can capitalize that into a good drive here for the. But you know, the reality is we got to get some plays from our running backs. You know, it's been a long time since we've gotten a big long run.
We need to break a long run. Yeah, I agree, Brent.
You know, PJ had a couple of decent runs down at Niles, but nothing big. Nothing, you know, he had a 15-yarder. Gunner's going to come under center. He's going to hand this Ben Miller off the right side. Ben's going to pick up 7, and that's a good run. Right there is exactly what we're looking for, Jason. We've got to get started back to the positive chain movement, and you know, 7 yards, 8 yards on first down is going to do that for us.
Yep,
so
absolutely.
2nd and 3, ball is just shy of the 50. Now the Red Wolves are moving in a positive direction. Gunnar Goodell brings them to the line. Beautiful full moon here. That's going to hand off. P.J. DeYoung is going to get a Red Wolves first down. So that's a first down for P.J., and that's going to move the chains, and we're on the other side of the 50-yard line, and we're moving where we need to go. So Gunnar Goodell under center. Going to hand that off. Ben Miller off the right side. Ben's going to pick up 9, maybe 10, right at the sticks. They're going to walk it back a yard, so that's going to be 1st and 9. Again, Ben Miller with a nice carry on first down. So Newell comes out of the game. Landon Buell's in. So Gunnar Goodell is going to hand this to Ben Miller. Miller off the right side. He got some forward momentum, but he's not going to be quite enough. That's going to be 3rd down and short.
Yeah,
Buell stays in the game.
Back to the line of scrimmage and
yeah, Buell stays in the game. And, you know, if Newell over to the sideline, that takes out Power I. See, Bryson's walking a little gingerly down here, but I also looks like he's ready to get back into the game. So big play here, 3rd and short. Goodell's going to bring him under center. Gunner hands off. P.J. DeYoung. Nice cut by P.J. Nice run by P.J. DeYoung, and that's good for a Red Wolves first down. Nice sustained drive here, Jason. And this is the kind of stuff that we were used to seeing earlier in the year. You know, not breaking the big one necessarily, but getting those chunks of 7, 8, 9 yards. From the tee, Gunnar Goodell is going to hand that one off. P.J. DeYoung. P.J. good for 5. If anybody knows how to change Facebook's idiotic most relevant all comments, newest comments setting to keep it permanently on all comments, that would be really helpful for tonight. Gunnar Goodell under center. That's going to be a handoff. P.J. DeYoung. P.J.'s become the bowling ball that he professes himself to be, is good for a Red Wolves first down. So Gunnar Goodell back to the line. Wing T being deployed. This is going to go inside. Newell is going to gain 5. Jason, I think the Red Wolves hurt us.
I hope so.
You know, this has been the drive we've been looking for. Now, I will say it's still very workmanlike. Not a lot of emotion in this. This has been more surgical. This has been our big guys up front just dominating the line of scrimmage. You know, Edwardsburg has done a nice job of contain. There was one play that looked like that might have broken a little bit long for PJ, but for the most part, you know, the Red Wolves are just dominating the line of scrimmage. Oh, and that's going to hurt. So the left tackle took off a little bit early. So that's moving us behind the sticks. See, that's what we don't need right there.
No, especially on a good sustained drive.
Well, and I hate to say it on this, I try not to be negative, but look at the ball. I mean, at this point, this offense, there is no trickery, there's no timing, there's no anything. You know what the snap count is. You can see the ball out of your side of your corner of your eye. Look at the ball.
Well, Coach Strive feels the same way if you could see him on the sideline.
So Gunnar Goodell under center. This is going to be a pitch this time to PJ. There's nowhere to go. PJ with a nice cutback. He's going to pick up 2 where there weren't 2 to be picked up, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 9. So that brings up 3rd and 9. This is still 2 down territory, and this is the moment where when you're talking wing tee, you're not trying to get 9 yards here. You're trying to get 5 yards here. You know, this is a 5-yard offense, and we've got 2 plays to make 9. That math works out. So
should be good for about 5 apiece.
Keep your blocks, keep your assignments, keep your head down, pick up some yardage, and get the 4th down. PJ with a nice run. He's going to get 6. So that does exactly what we needed to do. It makes it 4th and manageable. We're going to see power I. Landon Buell comes into the game. Ben Miller's going to come out. So you're going to see DeYoung behind Newell and Buell. PJ DeYoung's going to run the offense. So we got 4th and 4, and that penalty is looming large on the horizon right now.
It sure is.
So Goodell's going to bring the play in. This will be power I. Goodell going to hand this off to PJ. PJ's got a small hole. I don't think he got there.
I think he's short.
Yep. So this looks like this looks very similar to what happened earlier with Paw Paw stopping Edwardsburg short on a 4th and 4, and now they return the favor. Eddies are going to take over inside the 10-yard line. 1st and 10 going the other direction. And that's a shame. That was a good drive for the Red Wolves. You know, one of the things that would have been big on this is the Red Wolves get the ball to start the second half, punch one in there, and, you know, now you've got a potential to eat 7-8 minutes off the clock between the 2 drives and score 14 points. And that just kind of goes away unless the Wolves can step up and play some defense here. That's going to be handoff up the middle. He's going to pick up 3.
Be a good time for a strip, Brent. A nice turnover.
Well, and
needing it.
You know, the other thing that we haven't seen the last few weeks is we just haven't seen that turnover margin. You know, Paw Paw has lived this year on turnovers. You know, they've averaged 3 a game. Then the last 2 weeks we haven't seen any. So, I mean, part of that's a testament to the teams that we're playing are a little bit better coached teams, but, you know, we'd like to see something on the ground right here. That's going to go nowhere. So I think he lost 2 yards on that one. So real nice play on the right side of the line by the Wolves. That's going to bring up 3rd and long. And you got to think, 2 minutes to go in the quarter, you know, kind of start thinking about using a timeout here and trying to preserve some clock.
Yeah, because like you said.
Well, they're going to run this down to 1 minute and 30 seconds. They're going to run a play. They're going to run it down another 45 seconds, and then they're going to punt. Well, I mean, what are we doing here? Can't take those timeouts with you. And that's going to be now, Coach Try's almost got to use a timeout here. Clock has stopped, so they did use a timeout. Timeout Paw Paw. So that's going to give us 1:35. We've got a punt coming. I'm going to step away just momentarily here. In case you aren't wondering, this is what the booth looks like. Here we are up here. Hey, that's us up here. It's Halloween coming, so we decided we should scare some people. A little grainy there because the lights are off in the booth so our cameras can see the field, but we're fired up, Jason, if nobody else is.
It's playoff football. How do you not get fired up?
Well, this is a big play. Now, the one thing about their punter has a really good leg here, but in high school football, that means you might get a return. We've got Bryson and Eli back there potentially to make a play. You can get the ball inside the 40-yard line here, even with 1:35. We're in business.
Could be a bad snap, could be a million things. But
Snap is good.
Snap.
Kicks away. They're going to try to kick it away, but that's going to be returned. Down this sideline, and there he is inside the 40. So that's 1:27 to go. Newell on the return. That's going to be
34, 35-yard line.
Yeah, about the 35. This officiating crew they waver a little bit on their spots. If you're interested in officiating, MHSAA.com has opportunities for you. They're going to set this one down right at the 35. No, they're going to move it. No, they're going to move it back. It's going to be the 36. So it's 1st and 11 because So Goodell going to throw. He's got a man wide open, and that's going to be a Paw Paw touchdown. Gunnar Goodell pulls one rabbit out of the hat. Troy Vandenberg running free behind the Eddy secondary. And Paw Paw puts some points on the board with 1:20 to go. Jason, maybe we weren't fired up because we are now. But just talking about right there, getting the ball back, getting it inside that 30-yard line, giving us an opportunity now to put some points on the board at the end of the half and start with the ball in the second half.
And unlike the end of the first half in Edwardsburg, I actually filmed the play.
Hey, we got what Gunner's mom, Lisa's going to be so happy that she has something to replay, and now it's not on YouTube. That is good. Troy Vandenberg splits the uprights with a picture-perfect extra point. And the Red Wolves tie the game 7-7 with 1:20 to go here in the second quarter from Phelan Field in, where are we? Beautiful downtown Paw Paw.
We did lose our full moon with cloud cover, though, Brent.
Yeah,
that was kind
the
of fun
clouds
to watch
came in, and you know what? Maybe the moon was what was influencing our
Could
play.
be. The
and,
tides were off.
The tides were a little bit off on the pond behind us. So big play out of the Red Wolves. And they're going to kick off. 1:20 to go. And now it's a squib kick, cover, play some defense for 3 downs, and go into the locker room and get yelled at. I mean, I think in that order. Somebody breaking into a car? Yeah, they're going to kick that one deep. That kind of caught him off guard a little bit, and that's going to. There's a flag too, so that's should go back a little bit further the other way. So that was an interesting piece of.
Almost took his arms off, it looked like.
We're going to go with the old trickeration on that kickoff. Gunnar Goodell hasn't shown that leg on a kickoff yet. So it looks like maybe a block in the back out there, and that's what it is. So that's going to move the Eddies back. And now, as silly as it sounds, Jason, we talked about not using that timeout last time. You could potentially use both your timeouts here that you have left. Actually, Paw Paw only has one timeout. So Edwards is probably going to be content to run this out, bust a big play if it's there.
Yeah. I again, they run the wing tee for clock management, and they should be able to wind this down enough to stay safe.
But I can tell you the other thing, I would make sure Lemaire is watching the same thing that we just ran. This is the same offense. So that's going to be a gain of about 4. That should take us under 30 seconds. Edwardsburg's not in any hurry to get back to the line. They're a little bit urgent, but they're not panicked. They're going to come up and run another play. That's going to be, they're going to give them the first down now. And again, that's a garbage call, excuse my language, but that whistle's got to blow. That pile stood there for 5 seconds, and they end up crediting that kid for 3 extra yards. And I'm telling you, somebody's going to get hurt. That has got to stop. When that forward momentum is stopped, I don't care if we're carrying the ball or they're carrying the ball. You've got to blow the whistle. They're going to try to throw the ball. Oh, look at this. That's a safety.
Safety.
That is a safety for the Red Wolves. Landon Buell. I don't even have a graphic for a safety, but that's a safety right there. What a play. Pagura did a great job of escaping right there and getting himself away, but he kept drifting back towards the end zone and drifting back towards the end zone, and you've got to know where you're at.
Throw it to your mom in the stands.
You've got to know where you're at on the field, and instead he gets down to the 2, and the Red Wolves' momentum on the tackle takes him into the end zone. What a big play for the Red Wolves in this game, and that's going to – now they have to kick off to us. I mean, yeah, it's 11 seconds, so there's not a whole lot of time to do anything with it, but the whole point is you put 2 points on the board – and we get the ball back to start the third quarter. That's about the best scenario you could hope for right there.
Absolutely.
So you've got Ben Miller back in the middle. You got Bryson and Eli Sonnenberg in front of him. Not a ton of time left here on the clock, but you can kick off or punt.
So they can kick this off or they can punt it with that being.
And technically you can drop kick it too. Now why I don't know you would, but there are 3 options there.
But it also it's from the it's deeper than our normal kickoff, so we've got some room here.
Yeah, this is the 20-yard line is where they kick from. And that's going to go out of bounds. And a nice, smart play by Bryson Newell right there as he lets that go out of bounds.
Clock doesn't start.
Clock doesn't move, and we're going to get a penalty on that.
Oh.
Kick out of bounds, I believe, is out 5 yards. It might be 10.
They could back them up.
And it looks like that's what they're going to do. They're going to back them up. They're going to kick this from the 15.
Which gives us a chance for that return, Brent.
Well, and, 2 more kicks out of bounds, and we'll be down to the 7-yard line. This is a figuring the half the distance of the goal there if everybody was keeping up with that analogy. I am better at math than that, but it starts to be half the distance to the goal after this one. So, taking a little bit longer. I don't think Edwardsburg understands if you kick it out of bounds on a free kick that's one of the options.
And maybe he tried to kick it out, thinking that would pin us, but yeah, it's treated like a
not
kickoff.
wanting a return, you know, 'cause that was clearly kicked to the sideline. So now he's got to rethink where he's going to kick it and how he's going to kick it. I might get down if I'm the Wolves, just depending. Well, and he did, not on purpose, though. So Eli Sonnenberg fields the punt, and down he goes. Pretty sure the 45-yard line got a good grip on Eli's ankle there. So at this point, you know, I don't think I put the ball in the air. I think we just run a play.
No, I think you hope for one of those big hitters that takes him, 50, 60 yards.
Well, I wish I would have brought, with this network, I wish I would have brought a external microphone for outside so that we could play the band, but we'll leave them on the screen. I still don't know if I want to chance it with the network dropping us. From the power eye, Goodell's going to snap it. He's going to hand it. No, they are going to throw one deep. And that's going to be intercepted by Edwardsburg with 2 seconds to go. We're going to see what all the officials are going to get together here. I believe that this official says that was no catch. Yeah, so they ruled it off. It looked like the one official from the near side was very slowly making his way out to the field. And like a penguin with a stone, that piece of knowledge was that pass was incomplete. So, 2 seconds to go. 9-7 Paw Paw, Goodell. Last play of the first half coming. This time from the tee. They're going to run the play up the middle. That's Newell, and Newell's got a little bit of room. Bryson Newell still on his feet. So we got an Edwardsburg Eddie down at the 50-yard line. So that's going to take us to the end of the first half. We do have an injured Eddie on the field, so we'll have to see what that's all about. He is still down at this point. So we're going to go to halftime. All we're going to do on our end is mute our mics, and we're going to let you enjoy the sights of the Paw Paw Marching Band and hum along if you know the songs. And we will see you after halftime. So we are back here, coming out of halftime, 21 seconds to go. Jason Cox and I coming at you from the future. It's about 5 minutes into the future. So it's wonderful to know that we know things happen before they happen.
I still don't think it's benefiting me, Brent.
Yeah. No, it's we couldn't have asked for a better ending, Jason, in that first half than what we got. The Red Wolves getting a gift of a safety. Pagura just lost track of where he was on the field, plain and simple. And the Red Wolves were able to get to him and get him into the end zone and pick up 2 points for free.
Well,
now
it's so much more than just 2 points. I mean, Paw Paw was almost hanging their heads, and between that score and that is a huge.
And we saw a lot of fire on that play. It was a big play. We're hooping, we're hollering, we're waving our hands around. The camera's following the play. It's almost crazy.
Ouch, Brent. Ouch.
Too soon?
Yeah. I do have a feeling.
So here we are getting ready to Edwardsburg getting ready to kick off. We do have a score out of Niles, 21-3 Niles over Vicksburg. I'm sure we will get updates fast and furious on that as it gets going some more. They're not quite to halftime down there at that time of that update. But they're going to be there soon. So Eddie's getting ready to kick off again. There's the kick on the ground. That's going to be fielded, picked up. There's a little bit of a hole there.
Good return by Sonnenberg.
Yeah, Eli Sonnenberg, and there was a nice hole there, and Eli was able to get through it and get a extra 5 or 6 yards from first contact, and that's the battle that we're trying to win here tonight. Who wins the battle of yards after contact? When you got 2 wing T teams going at you, that's a big deal. If you can break a tackle, lots of times there's one player to tackle one player on the offense, and if you can break that tackle, you typically can get 5 to 7 yards before somebody else can get to you and maybe even bust one big.
Well, and that's what happens on our big hitters. We get through that second level, and they're gone.
Gunnar Goodell's under center. This is a handoff. P.J. DeYoung.
Nothing.
Not much there. There were not many Red Wolves there, and there were a lot of Eddies.
Too many white jerseys, not enough black ones.
So that's right at the line of scrimmage. Man, it looks like they gave him a yard. I think that the ball is spotted differently than the yard marker, but that's just me. I'm only looking right down the line at it. From the tee, Goodell under center. This is going to be another handoff to PJ. PJ's got a little bit more room this time. He's going to pick up 4.
It's about 4.
And that's going to bring up 3rd and 5. And again, we're outside where we want to be, but that's still manageable.
Certainly doable with the wing tee.
We tried in the future where we're standing now, we tried to focus the camera a little bit. When you guys catch up to us, go ahead and give us a text and let us know if that our quality control Nielsen rating audience out there is a couple minutes behind us. Goodell going to hand this one to Miller. Ben Miller off the left side, right side for a first down. So Ben Miller off the right side. Ben's been quiet tonight, but he has had 3 or 4 7, 8 yard runs. He hasn't. What we haven't seen, Jason, is that last second shoestring tackle. When he's been tackled hard, almost like he's a focus.
Yeah, the Eddies have been doing a good job with their open field tackling.
PJ almost broke one there. But that's going to be a 4-yard gain for P.J. DeYoung. And I get to move to the other side of the column. There's a column right in front of where I sit. I get to watch up to the 50, and then I got to move to the other side.
Could train your eyes to watch one on each side, Brent, but
Yeah, it's they're a little bit far apart.
sounds like an off-season project to me.
Well, there's times I've wished I was a carp. Benny Miller with a nice cut. That's going to be good for a Red Wolves first down.
He might be short.
No, these spots have been crazy. I called it. They have to give it to him now. How about an official network now? I made that call. They're going to say that that's short.
I'm going to believe you're going to have to recant that statement.
Yeah, so the howl, and I can't make the first down play backwards, but I don't think they understand that I'm a big deal. So from Power I, PJ deep behind Newell and Buell, Gunnar Goodell. Hand it to Bryson Newell. Bryson's got a first down. I'm going to do it again, just to spite them. How dare they? First down.
It's because you had all those extra howls, though. Otherwise,
And you know
we'd
what?
have
Guess
to be.
what I got? Guess what I have? My finger on a button. I'm going to do it again.
It's getting crazy up here.
It is. We are out of control here.
I don't even see the moon, and you're doing that.
I did see the moon when we went to the concession stand at halftime to use the facilities. There it comes. There's the first down thing coming across. There'll probably be another one, too, because I hit it twice. We'll see how that works out for us. I beat myself on that.
Apparently,
point.
we have a delay before the delay.
Yeah, Gunnar Goodell is going to hand this one off. Ben Miller is going to go
nowhere.
That's like Bryson Newell. Yeah, that was Bryson Newell. They're setting something up with that play.
Eddie strung him out really well.
Well, they're setting something up because that typically is a play that's run to Ben or to Miller. And Buell was in the game that time.
And now Miller checks in.
Yeah, Miller's back in. So they're setting something up there, showing a different look with Buell in the game. Bookmark that for later. So I think we're going to see something out of that formation. Goodell. The hand this one off is going to go to Ben Miller. Ben breaks a tackle. Ben Miller off the side. That should be a horse collar tackle. They've changed that rule, and when you grab the back of the jersey anywhere near the nameplate and make a play like that, that's supposed to be an upgraded horse collar tackle. But we're going to take the first down. That's good for a Red Wolves first down.
Yeah, I have a friend that's an official, and they're still looking for that extreme change of direction before they're throwing that flag.
And I think that one may have been closer down to the numbers than anything else. So it was borderline for sure. Our first down thing is a little bit delayed tonight. Not 5 minutes delayed, but it's delayed.
So about 7 minutes late to the crowd.
Right, to them it's like in real time. PJ DeYoung off the left side. PJ's going to get about 4. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. 8:21 to go here. Red Wolves on one of their signature third quarter drives.
Yeah, we heard a lot of Edwardsburg Zach A making a ton of tackles out there tonight. He's kind of all over
Well,
the
he's a
place.
good football player. He does it on both sides of the ball. He's got some family up in this neck of the woods, but he's a good football player.
Some in Niles, too. I found out there's Zacchaeus everywhere all over the Wolverine Conference.
Oh, nice cut. P.J. DeYoung is in for a Red Wolves. Oh, he's going to call him down at the 1. You have got to be kidding me. All right, so I know you can't do this on the network because you can't rewind that like you can on YouTube, but the MHSAA is looking for officials. MHSAA.com is where you go ahead and find that out. So that's going to set up a 1st and goal from the 1. P.J. DeYoung with a nice run. Absolutely looked like he got in the end zone from here. But you know what? I'm old and I'm a long ways from the play. From the power I, Newell and Buell in front of P.J. Goodell's going to take a snap. He's going to hand it. P.J.'s going to give him a little push. P.J. walks into the end zone for a Red Wolves touchdown. Austin George with a pancake block opens the hole for P.J. DeYoung, and he walks into the end zone. Not pretty much untouched till he got there, Jay. That's going to take the Wolves up. Now, how big is that safety now? You know, regardless of that extra point, we're up to the maximum one score here. He hits this extra point, it's a 2-score game.
Absolutely.
That's an absolutely big play. High snap. Great job by Gunnar Goodell. Gets it down. Troy takes a minute and probably hits the longest extra point he's hit all year.
Maybe he needs another half step.
I'll tell you, he boomed
that
one,
over the fence.
Hit the backtrack on that one, and Troy Vandenberg adds the extra point. Excellent job by Gunnar Goodell to get that ball back down from the sky. So that's going to take us 7:16 to go here in the third quarter. Paw Paw 16, Edwardsburg 7. So we got an update out of Niles, 28-3 at halftime. Goodell's going to kick. That's going to go deep, and that's going to be fielded at the 10-yard line. He's going to get ahead of steam as he comes up through, but he's going to make it to about the 25. 14, Eli Sonnenberg on the tackle for the Wolves.
Got a Red Wolf shaking up out there.
Got somebody on the ground.
Nope, number 6 is
Fisher Edwards.
Fisher Edwards is, I don't know if he got a thigh bruise or what. He looks like he's in a little bit of pain.
So, Eddie's, bring it out. Pagura's going to come under center. That's going to be a handoff to the right side, and he's going to be met by a whole den full of Wolves. He bounces off the first one. He likes to spin off tackles, and I've noticed that from a couple of their backs.
But
when they go into it,
but like you said, Brent, that was quite a delay before the whistle was blown, and that's where injuries happen.
Yeah, and you know, there needs to be clear forward progress to not blow that whistle. And, you know, that kid has definitely found the C button.
Yeah, well, I certainly understand giving him a chance to spin off, but, I mean,
Hey, the microphone is not muted. Look at that. Wonderful technology, even on this network. I'll tell you, the technicians are no better on this network than they are on ours. So
I didn't even see their truck parked here, Brent.
Yeah, that was a good fake there. That was you know, I was too busy complaining about the technology, but that was a good fake.
And despite coach changes, I mean, they've instilled the wing T, and their fakes are good.
Pagura's this isn't new to him, and he's a good quarterback. For the T, he reads it well. He keeps the ball when he needs to. You know, that's not something you see out of our wing T very often. This is going to be a handoff up the middle. And the Red Wolves are going to swarm to the ball, and that's going to be short of a first down. That's going to bring up fourth down. It will be short. It's going to be 4th and 2. So now we're going to talk a little bit, Jason, about what goes on next week. Should we end up going, we don't know what we're going to be doing from a broadcast standpoint at this point. So
we called dibs on our spot.
We did.
Now's press box, but it was a fight the first time.
So and that was pretty hard to get the first time around. We actually had to hide a chair. But we're putting the cart before the horse. Let's beat the Eddies first. Pagura under center. Going to pitch it back. And nice cut back by Zakay. And that's going to be – they gave him a first down on that last play. I don't understand it. I didn't even look because it wasn't even close.
No,
so,
he was 2 yards short from what I could have seen.
So I didn't even look at it.
We've had one wing spotting a couple different yards from the other side, which it's a team effort by the officials too.
MHSAA.com.
Are looking for officials with excellent vision.
Okay, so 2nd and 5 for the Eddies. Pagura under center. There's a handoff inside. That's the trap.
That's
not
going
going
nowhere.
anywhere. So the Red Wolves were ready for that. Austin George, Landon Buell, Gavin Turk in there for the Wolves.
At all. There are a couple more bodies in there as well.
Okay, so Pagura's going to bring him in. He's a little limp in his step right now, Jason. Don't know if that's normal or if that's from tonight. But he's going to bring it under center as we crack the 4-minute mark here in the third quarter. He's going to hand this one into this side. Number 7, that's the K. So that's going to be good for an Edwardsburg first down, and I'm not going to let you finish that first down sentence like they do down there.
No, I mean, after that last spot, that was a no-brainer, I suppose.
So, right back at you with the long 5 yard at a time drive.
I mean, it's Brent. Correct me if I'm wrong. They're lined up. The chains are not lined up with the ball.
They haven't
about
been
a
all
half
night.
yard short.
They haven't been all night. There's a handoff to 25. It gets bust through the middle, and that's going to be good for an Edwardsburg first down. Now that one went the other way. He was clearly sitting on the 27-yard line, and that ball gets spotted on the 38-yard line. It gets spotted on the 39. It's clear. It's a pitch outside, a good cutback, and that's going to be good for about 7 or 8. Well, and here's my issue with that, Jason. We've been on here all year long. We joke, we laugh, we don't get on the officials too much. But you're charging 7 people to get into these tournament games. You're charging people $15 to watch it on the internet. This has got to be better. It's got to be better than this.
Playing and coaching, it's consistency is the key. I mean,
Figueroa's going to hand this one off. Zakay. He's met in the hole, tackled forward. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 2.
Yeah, you got to give these young athletes a chance to understand what trends are there.
Well, and it's not the calls. It's not in play calls, but you can't have a kid land on the ground and sitting on a 1 yard line and spot it 2 yards either way from that line. It's not like it was a long play where everybody was behind it and they're catching up on an angle. It was right in front of them. So Pagura under center. So that's going to be a first down, or should be a first down. Let's see where the spot is.
Yeah, he's marking it as a first down. Actually, he's not. I'm dumbfounded.
I'm starting to laugh a little bit now. This is definitely not one-sided.
Yeah,
they're definitely being even, but it's almost laughable. Pagura under center. He's going to sneak forward, and they're going to get a flag. I think
that's going to be that's on the defense.
On Edwardsburg, no?
No, it's encroachment on the.
Oh, okay. They just fire a little bit early.
Yeah, they threw the flag at the Red Bulls.
I have the column in front of me again. I've been watching it on the little screen.
The wing immediately motioned for offsides on the Red Wolves.
So the Eddies moving the ball on this drive, 1st and 10.
This looks a little more like the Eddies of old, just chunking right along.
Well, and this is mirroring the drive that we just had. So Parsons is going to come back this way. Still no whistle. And now a helmet comes off.
He's going to have to find.
He pulled his old helmet off. That's a penalty.
He's going to have to go off.
and not a person's seen it or done a thing about it.
Yeah, he's got to go. There you go. Yeah, that.
But Jason, here we go. This is exactly what we're talking about. They let these plays go on too long. They're not blowing the whistles, and tempers are starting to flare down on the field.
But I don't think his helmet was knocked off. I think
he took
off. His own helmet off,
which is a automatic flag.
It is a penalty, yes.
There's a pitch out to this side, Zakay. Zakay runs hard. So that's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter here in Paw Paw, and we are a little bit dumbfounded.
And maybe that's why the whistle wasn't there. They wanted the quarter to end. I'm not quite sure.
I don't know what happened. So let's meet some more Red Wolves.
Fisher Edwards, senior, backup quarterback. For lunch, I like to eat Eddie's.
Gage Mavis, junior, left quarterback. For lunch, I like to eat Wildcats.
Lucas Ochins, senior, running back. For lunch, I eat Bulldogs.
Darren Stry, junior, right tackle, defensive end, the starting long snapper on this football team. For lunch, I like to eat Trojans.
Austin George, senior, guard and defensive tackle. For lunch, I like to eat Wildcats.
Cody Conley, junior, linebacker, headhunter, quarterback, center, scout team princess. I like to eat Eddie's.
Tyler Perkio, senior, cornerback, running back, special teams, diamond. What I like to eat, the Vikings.
Cameron Kozel, senior, guard. For lunch, I like to eat Trojans.
All right, so here we go to start the fourth quarter. Edwardsburg in business, moving the ball. This is a long drive that they've been in. Started at the 25-yard line, and 3rd and 8 for the Eddies. Pagura under center. He's going to hand that inside. That's going to go nowhere. So that's going to bring up 4th and 7.
Or 5 or 9.
Or 5 or 9 or 11. So, basically they got to pick up somewhere between 4 and 11 yards to get this first down. So, and then we're going to get a timeout on the field. Well, all that's going to do is let us meet some cheerleaders.
Hi, I'm Izzy McReynolds. I'm a sophomore and I'm a back spot, and my honesty is what makes me fierce.
I'm Catherine Vick. I'm a sophomore. I'm a back spot, and my personality is what makes me fierce.
I'm Vanessa Leonard. I'm a sophomore. I'm a secondary base, and my commitment is what makes me fierce.
Hi, I'm Melissa Crane. I'm a sophomore. My position is a flyer, and my personality is my fierce.
I'm Olivia Johnson. I'm a freshman. I'm a flyer, and my positivity is what makes me fierce.
Hi, I'm Samantha Tapper. I'm a sophomore, and my personality makes me fierce.
My name is Madison Osborne. I'm a sophomore and a flyer, and my strength makes me fierce.
I'm Marie Penouat. I'm a senior. I'm a flyer, and my positivity makes me fierce.
I'm Taya Southworth. I'm a junior. I'm a base, and my confidence makes me fierce.
Hi, I'm Maya Leonard. I'm a senior and I'm a base, and my work ethic is what makes me fierce.
I'm Madison Lisinski. I'm a senior. I'm a flyer, and my confidence is what makes me fierce.
Big play coming up here. 4th down. Call it 7 or 9. Gonna let one go. It's a wobbler. Oh, that was almost intercepted. It doesn't matter because the Red Wolves are going to take over. Fisher Edwards was out there on the coverage, but that was a nice play by the Wolves.
They almost had him wrapped up in the backyard. He was scrambling for life.
Yep, and we are going to take over on downs. That's a howl. That's a camera readjustment. We are just got lots of stuff going on up here. So big play by the Wolves, and there's that momentum. 60. Now you're up 9 with 11 minutes to go. You ever called for a 4-yard every play kind of a killer drive? This is it. The boa constrictor's on the field. It's time to strangle somebody with.
They can eat this quarter up. Right now.
And this is what the Red Wolves are built for. Gunnar Goodell, I did knock on wood right there. Gunnar Goodell is going to hand that one off. PJ DeYoung. PJ's got a good 4 yards, and that's what we're looking for right here. So 4.5 yards. Clock is ticking, albeit at the pace of the movie Miracle. That 10:51 is going to take us 47 minutes. Kurt Russell's going to be yelling us the whole time. So 2nd and 5 for the Wolves. Goodell's going to bring them up. No hurry here. You're going to see a lot of plays starting under 5 seconds to go on the play clock.
I would hope so.
Here's a handoff. Ben Miller. Ben only picked up about a yard there.
Yeah, not a whole lot there.
No, and that's not a great result. Brings up a 3rd and long, and this is a big play for the Eddies. Goodell's going to bring a play in. You're down 9 points in a game like this. These 3rd and 4s are huge, pivotal plays, especially at this deep in your own territory where you might actually force a punt. Red Wolves to the line. Goodell under center. Newell between PJ and Ben Miller. Handoff, going to go to PJ. PJ DeYoung with a nice effort.
Should be a first down.
He's within 2 yards, so anything goes here.
Should be a first down.
And that is a Red Wolves first down. Was that Miller? That was PJ. Yeah, thought it was PJ. Hey, there comes the graphic. That's awesome. I think the radio crew is having the same issues we're having. So Goodell up to the line. That handoff, that's Miller off the right side. That's going to be good for 2. Boy, he went into that hole with a lot of steam.
I was waiting for him to shoot out the other side.
They decelerated him pretty quickly in there. Not a lot of scores reporting tonight on the score stream. So back to the line, 2nd and 8. Goodell under center. This handoff's to PJ DeYoung. PJ's going to get 2. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 5. And again, so we talked about it last time with just under 10 minutes to go. Here we are again, 7:50 to go with a 3rd and 4. That's how big these first downs are right now for Edwardsburg especially. You're guaranteeing almost 2 minutes coming off the clock if you can't stop these 3rd downs.
That's right.
And as Paw Paw gets closer to midfield, they're going to be more inclined to go for those too.
Oh, absolutely.
So Gunnar going to hand this one off. PJ DeYoung is going to be short, but it's going to be very close. And this is going to bring up a big decision for Coach Stry. Yeah, and so this ball gets spotted back. It's 4th and not quite as short.
4th and a long one now. PJ on that one just a little bit ahead of his blocks. He had 2 guys coming in the trap and just missed that opportunity to cut it back a little
Well, we're
bit.
going to probably see power I here, but that, again, he is clearly a yard further than that spot.
Definitely the power I.
I wouldn't be shocked if I see this go to Newell. There it is. Bryson Newell off the left side. Good for a Red Wolves. First down.
Honestly, Brent, they could switch to the power I and just chunk this clock away.
Yeah, well, that was a good play right there to go with the handoff, the quick hit on that one, because the keys were on PJ on that play. That brings up 1st and 10, and that gives the Red Wolves the opportunity to run another 2 minutes off this clock. That's PJ DeYoung. PJ's going to pick up 3. And this is where you take your time. PJ's not getting up a little bit slowly after that run. That's going to bring in Miller. They're going to bring him for PJ. Buell's already in the game. So this is one where you could see a power I with Buell, with Miller in the backfield, and that's exactly what we're going to see. Watch Ben Miller here. This is the time of the game where you break that crusher. Pitch. Miller's got the corner, and he's going to pick up 2, and it goes into the Edwardsburg bench, and people start flying over there.
Edwardsburg did a good job of making him.
The only downside there is you got to get down. You can't go out of bounds there. That's going to cost us 45 seconds of game clock. It's 3rd and long. And this would not be a horrible time to run that ball power I and have Gunner step back and let one fly. The clock's already stopped at this moment, Eddie's would not be expecting that at this moment in time. And there it is.
There it is.
Yeah.
Face guarding's not a penalty?
That was that.
He did not turn around.
Yeah, that was yeah. So that it was just a little bit underthrown on that. So that's going to bring up a punt for the Wolves.
Actually, the pass was there, but he just had an Eddie with his arms up, not looking, and there was no chance for him to make that catch.
I think it was a little bit underthrown. I think you put a little bit more air on that, and you get your receiver out. It gets over that outstretched arm. There's a good kick from Troy. Great kick from Troy. Great kick from Troy. Oh, just goes into the end zone.
Almost off the corner
that
there.
could have been just a dagger of a kick from Troy Vandenberg. But as it is, it trickles into the end zone, and the Eddies are going to get the ball on the 20-yard line.
I mean, they didn't see that go out of bounds? It was kind of. We've been a yard here or there all night, right?
So the kind of game that we've had all night, I'm curious where they're going to spot the ball on the touchback.
All right, I'll stop. That's terrible. I shouldn't do that.
So the Eddies come out. Pagura's under center. Eddies in the tee. That's up the middle, and that's going to go nowhere. And this is the point, Jason, where now you got to watch the pass.
Yeah.
Because they're entering their desperation moment. I know that they trust their offense. I know that they can hit big hitters. But you're down 2 scores and you're under 5 minutes to go here in the game. At some point, you have to do something different. Definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. So Pagura, under center. He's going to hand this off on the counter. Couple of broken tackles, but that's going to be corralled. So Nate Lemire, Dom Hernandez, Gavin Turk on the tackle for the Wolves. That's 3rd and short. You got to run it here to get the first down. From the wing tee. Eddie's going to hand the ball off. That's going to be good for a first down. Good, tough running inside. But you know what, Jason? 3 yards and a first down, 3-yard runs are not our enemy here.
No, because they need 2 scores. So
So that momentarily stops the clock while they move the chains. But at this point, I'll take 9 more 3-yard runs, and we'll go to Niles next week. Pagura's going to throw this time. He's looking. He's got, and it's incomplete. Oh, that.
Got an injured Eddie there.
And that's Zakay. So we're going to give that a minute. Zakay is got landed on after the play, so hopefully this is just a knock the wind out of him issue. Don't want to see a kid that's as talented as this kid down on the turf. So the consensus in the booth that one was up for grabs. If you would like to officiate, MHSAA.com is the place for you. And we're going to go away for just a minute. We're going to meet the rest of the team.
Baron Marinich, junior, corner, center, lineman, bench press, 415.
Bryson Newell, junior. Punter Turner, headhunter, DB, running back, linebacker, nose tackle. Bench press, 415.
Elias Sonberg, sophomore. Cornerback, bench, 225.
PJ DeYoung, junior, running back, linebacker, bowling ball, bench press, 405.
Matt Miller, freshman, starting running back, bench press, 225.
Cody Pimpson, junior, scout team defense, scout team offense, linebacker, fullback, bench press, 450.
Gunnar Goodell, junior, quarterback, holder, scout team princess, bench press, 15 pounds.
Well, that's going to bring us back to live. And, Jay, that's one of the reasons you throw the ball in the wing tee is to try to get that call. But that one, just not buying it.
Well, I mean, it's hard to say. They were tied up in the air, and they threw the flag, and here we are.
So Pagura under center. And, again, Red Wolves all over that. That's going to take us under 3 minutes probably by the time they get the next snap off. The other thing that is a flaw, and it happens with us, it happens with them. The quarterback's got to go over to the sideline every time to get the play.
And honestly, if I'm a coach, I'm feeding him too.
Well, you would, but he goes every time.
I know.
Hand off inside. Eight's kept the ball. And that's a nice play by the Wolves. So Cody Connolly, Dom Hernandez was also in there. So that's 3rd and 6. And we are just in no big play mode at this moment. There's no 2:30 to go. That's going to be handoff inside. That's going to be a first down. And that's how you run trap right there. You see the running back goes in, stops, waits for the trap to come, and then goes.
Yep.
So
especially when you got two of those monsters out in front of you, you got to give them a chance.
You got to let them get to the linebacker, or it doesn't work. So that's why the stop comes in there. Braylon Kennedy jogs onto the field. Here's a pass. He's got a guy there, and that's going to be good for a first down. So that's going to stop the clock with 1:54. Eddie's moving the ball.
Got to tackle that young man in bounds. You got to pull him in. And you see right there with having a different defense when you have that many linebackers and no corners, it leaves him wide open. I mean, he didn't have a Red Wolf.
This is going to be a handoff. And and that's not going to go nowhere. So that's going to, they've got to start thinking about using their timeouts here. It looks like they are going to right now. He's waving his hands to stop the clock, so that better be a timeout. There you go.
Edwardsburg.
So Eddie's timeout. We're gonna redo the cheerleaders because they didn't get them all in.
Hi, I'm Izzy McReynolds. I'm a sophomore and I'm a back spot, and my honesty is what makes me fierce.
I'm Catherine Vick. I'm a sophomore. I'm a back spot, and my personality is what makes me fierce.
I'm Vanessa Leonard. I'm a sophomore. I'm a secondary base, and my commitment is what makes me fierce.
Hi, I'm Alicia Crane. I'm a fierce.
I'm Neve Davenport. I'm a senior. I'm a base, and my attitude makes me fierce.
I'm Neve Davenport. I'm a senior and a back spot, and my independent voice is what makes me fierce.
I'm Agathe. I'm a senior. I'm a back spot, and my positivity makes me fierce.
My name is Ava Klett. I'm a sophomore. I'm a primary base, and my personality makes me fierce.
Okay, so the Edwardsburg Eddies come out 2nd and 8. Ball is on the 15-yard line. Minute 45 to go in the ball game. Paw Paw up 9, 16-7. It's going to be a hand. There's going to be trying. Oh, and he's caught way behind the line of scrimmage. Big play. Gavin Turk makes a play.
Boom, sack-a-lacka. There it is, baby.
So that keeps the clock moving here. Edwardsburg's only got one timeout left, and they're going to need that later. So might want to run a quarterback or cornerback or two onto the field because this is going to be a pass. 1:14 to go, 1:13. They're going to pitch the ball. It's just not. This is the thing that drives people crazy who aren't fans of the wing T is you don't have a play for this. There just isn't a play for this.
Yeah, 3rd and long is.
So they're going to kick a field goal here, and they're going to try to. All they were trying to do there was center him to the center of the field. They need 2 scores, so they're going to try to get one here. And Jason, this is your ball game. He misses this field goal.
He had the leg. We'll see what happens.
Their snap is good. Hold is down. That kick is short.
Short.
So the Paw Paw Red Wolves are going to salt this one away here at Phelan Field. 33 seconds to go on the game. Paw Paw's going to take over, and Gunnar Goodell, Edwardsburg can stop the clock once, but Gunnar doesn't even need to hand the ball off at this point, and the Paw Paw Red Wolves are going to go to Niles for the rematch. Niles is up 48-3 over Vicksburg in the 3rd quarter. So I was a little disappointed. I set the over-under in that game at 70. They still got a whole quarter of play, and Niles doesn't pull their starters, so.
Still a chance, Brent.
So, as we saw in the college game, I'm not sure I hand the ball off here. I just take a knee, off we go. And there it is.
Yeah, victory formation.
Yep, Gunnar Goodell, and let's see if Niles stops it. They have the opportunity to stop it once, but with the 2 score, did I say Niles again?
Brent's trying to play next week.
Hey, look at the
already.
leaves coming in.
Yeah.
It's like fireworks.
So we got confetti.
Okay, so that's going to do it here from Paw Paw. No contest on the snap, so that is going to be Red Wolves' victory over Edwardsburg in the district. So that's a district win for this year's Red Wolves. Holy cow, what is going on with the leaves? Jay, can you get...
It's almost like confetti. All of a sudden, the leaves come blowing in.
And literally right as we win the game, this is the crazy... I've never seen this at Phelan Field.
Me neither.
But you know what? We have trees, so this is good.
Apparently a storm's blowing in now that the game's over.
So, update on the broadcast down in Niles. We have no update. We don't know what we're going to be doing yet. We don't know if we're going to have the opportunity. Here's the deal on this. On this network, one team is allowed an announcer, and the first choice is the home team. And they have, I believe that they announce on their Pixelot camera system. So we'll have to check with the MHSAA and see what they say about that. We would love to be on there and broadcast next week. The game will be on no matter if we're broadcasting it or not. The game will be on. And I'm also going to inquire about radio, if we can do these games without images and what that would be and if that would cost us money. So we potentially could, Jason, maybe do that from the stands.
Yeah.
And do something like that. So we'll see what we can do. I will try to update the Red Wolves Network Facebook page early in the week and kind of let you know what we found out. But for now, here we are from Paw Paw. The final score, Paw Paw 16, Edwardsburg 7. Jason, you got anything on the end?
No, I mean, it was, I think it was a good experience to let the Red Wolves know that it's playoff time and anything can happen. And it's time to get ready to play.
That's right. And we will see you guys down in Niles. Do not write the Red Wolves off yet.